You know, as I crafted today's podcast list, there was a theme that began to emerge.
And what is that?
Nikki's confessions.
Actually, you're right. There's a couple.
There are multiple confessions, not the least among which is that Nikki is now a confirmed drug dealer. And, well, I'll save the rest for the podcast. But
if you want to try to keep tally and spot all the times that you think that I've done that, and let us know the number.
Well, I'll say today we talk about streaming services, confessions, mystery flavor Oreos, lice in your Halloween costume, and the disease that puppies give you.
Aww.
What?
No, it's just sad.
I mean, sad for you.
Thinking about it, even though my puppy is no longer really a puppy anymore, so.
Probably doesn't know it's not a puppy.
No, he still acts like a puppy, but age-wise, he's getting out of it.
That's what I'm saying. They get to that point where they're just like, don't you know you're not a puppy? But they don't know.
You tell him that in a threatening tone if he's still acting like a puppy.
But he's very much still a puppy.
Well, please don't forget to join us at Radio U Riot, our Facebook page. And then yesterday we had a chance to catch up with Danger Scene. If you missed that podcast, the chance to listen to that is also available at Radio U Riot on our YouTube channel, along with a couple other fun videos you can check out, including Obi and I playing Mario Galaxy. No, including us playing Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Which you can watch.
You know what, Nikki? It's an easy mistake to make.
It's not Mario Galaxy, but it's still fun.
It's an easy mistake to make. Enjoy the podcasts, and, well, we'll just be here.
And a good day, everybody.
It's the Riot.
Bye.
The Worst of the Riot box set is now available nowhere because we know you wouldn't want it anyway. It's The Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
I don't like the look in your eyes, Nikki.
What do you mean?
Something's not right there. She's surrounded by sick people. And I'm afraid that it's moving in. You're going to have to take some vitamin C today or get a B12 shot. Or
I brought plenty of water to stay hydrated.
You got to drink a lot of water, Nikki, because that helps clean your system out. Somebody said one time. I mean, is that true? I don't know.
I think I'm doing fine. So far, I feel pretty good. But
it's right behind. It's right back in there.
No, if anything, that's my allergies.
You think that's what it is?
Yes, that is it.
Okay.
Which is ironic because I brought our boss here a bottle of his own allergy pills because I get those for him where I go.
Nikki's a drug supplier.
Well, it's over the counter, so it's fine.
Well, but technically it's still true.
It is true. I mean,
Nikki is dealing drugs here at Radio U.
And allergy medicine. And so when I was walking in, I was like, man, I just felt like I could tell like my eye was bothering me. And I was like, well, what if I just opened it for him and I just took a pill?
I don't think it would be wrong.
Take one. Well, I don't want it. I want to let him open it up later. So,
well, maybe
like a present.
You can
be like, hey, can I have half?
I just want one.
That's all I need. Thank you so much. So.
Ooh, that is a Zyrtec derivative, and I can tell you right now that if I took it...
is that one that bothers you?
Oh, just nap time.
Oh, really?
It's fine. In fact, but it's not nap time like... I must go to bed right now. Actually, do you remember a couple years ago when I decided I was going to take allergy medicine and I'd just get used to it?
Yeah.
And I would just sit around and stare out the window? Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay. That's it.
That's it?
That's the stuff.
A pill
right
a day would do that?
I did it for a month.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, you take it at night before you go to bed, and most of the side effects, they'll be worn off by the morning. You'll be fine.
Not for you, though.
Dude, I can take Zyrtec, and I'm not even kidding. If I'm like, I've been having a hard time sleeping, I'll take a Zyrtec. I can sleep for like 12 hours.
But that's not what it's for,
That's
mind you.
not
That's
what it's
not
for.
its main purpose,
for.
And so it's not using it right.
But when I take it, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if
he opens it up to check the contents, to make sure I delivered.
Or if you... he puts one on his tongue
yeah. It's like, well, that's
You've been cutting this, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
I want this stuff pure.
And so it's like, no, you opened it from the packaging, but I'll try a half. Thanks so much.
But it's from Costco. Even open, you could return it and say, here, he doesn't want it.
He doesn't need it. It's fine.
Stuff is garbage.
But other than that, everything seems to be good.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm not trying to say, hey, I want that to happen. I just, when I look in that right eye this morning, but that's
allergy.
The weepy eye. That's the weepy eye. You're right.
My cries when allergies bother me, and that's what it does.
Okay.
It's just a constant sadness coming from my eye, and it's like, what's wrong? You're like, fine, it's fine.
You'd be a great, man, she's like Lashif. You could be a Bond villain. She's constantly having to just touch a napkin up there
Just
to that
one eye.
one eye.
That's it.
Having a bad day? Blame the riot. Everyone else does. And in fairness, it's probably their fault. Radio U.
You know, one of our main jobs here at the Riot is to keep you up on all the celebrity gossip. And so yesterday, get excited about Christmas. So anytime
Now that our fall fundraiser's over and we're almost to Halloween, yes, we can get excited for Christmas.
I've got a Google alert set up for anything Christmas. All right. So like all day, every day, I'm getting Christmas, and I saw yesterday that Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, are they married?
Yes, they're married.
Okay, so they're married. They've got 2 kids. They don't give their kids Christmas presents.
At all?
Monsters!
What's wrong with
Monsters!
What's wrong with you guys?
They don't. No.
I would give you money if you ever meet them in public just to shout
Monster!
that. Just to shout that at them. How could you?
They don't want to raise spoiled children.
That's not spoiled people or children, and then you don't grow up to be one.
Okay, so Mila
In
Kunis...
fact, if you don't get presents, you'll grow up to be something wrong.
You'll grow up and be like, what about Sam? What? No. Mila Kunis said that she grew up in Russia, and in Russia, Christmas was like serious.
Yeah.
It was because serious. And it didn't have the quote-unquote magic that it has.
The American appeal that we sometimes
the
make
United
it.
States. And so they don't want their kids to grow up being materialistic. So they said no. They didn't buy them Christmas presents last year. So apparently her parents and his parents bought them a ton of stuff. And they were like, no, this
equals out.
This is too much. You guys aren't allowed to do that. So they said this year they're going to allow them to have a grandparent Christmas present.
And that's it?
That's it.
Well, they must be lots of fun.
On the one hand, you can see where they're coming from. Like, hey, we're famous.
Well,
we've got a ton of money. You're not going to grow up being a punk.
I still think you can have a balance, and that doesn't seem to be a balance quite as much.
Doesn't feel like a balance?
Especially, one thing, I think their kids are probably younger, so it's easier. But
Yeah, sure.
try that in 5 or 10 years.
Well,
When
the kids are 3 and 1, I think.
Yeah, they can't talk back probably as much as like if you're 10 or 13
yeah.
and you can't explain why mommy and daddy aren't giving you anything for Christmas.
So, well, maybe they don't know any better.
It might change when they're a little bit older.
I get. I mean, yeah, like at some point you probably got to get them something for Christmas, right?
I think so.
Right. Or you just...
And it depends on if you're getting everything else you want the entire rest of the year.
That's another question I had. Like, okay, you don't want them to be spoiled, but like, so what's the rest of it look like? Because for me, a lot of times I get nothing, and then at Christmas finally something. Monster!
I can finally buy a Blu-ray.
So
don't take that away.
Just to be clear, that's self-imposed, though. and to be clear, is that if we would wind back the show, you would hear me say Nintendo Switch, Oculus Rift. So I mean, like, it's not.
Realize how it is. Okay.
No, these are feelings we're talking about here. We're not talking about reality.
It is feelings. You're right.
I don't know, Nikki.
You feel like you can't get as much during the year.
Maybe these are the one people in Hollywood that are speaking truth. Maybe we need to hearken to this right here and say, you know what? That's enough. So
again, I don't think it's terrible, but I think you can have a perfectly respectable balance, even if you were a celebrity or not.
Okay. Well, I mean, I like to think of myself as a celebrity, but I think I'm not.
Like, you don't need the pony, okay?
All right.
You don't really need one.
Mommy's going to get you a robot pony anyway for Christmas.
Okay, that's fine. That's how it is.
It's fine.
Okay, so like local housing laws won't let us have a pony. We'll get a robot one.
Nobody said you can have a robot pony.
It's not the worst.
Well, Merry Christmas from the Kutchers. So you can't have any Christmas. Do you get to have, maybe they go to like mass, do the midnight mass thing, and like, there you go, kids. You got to come to church at midnight. Merry Christmas.
Imagine a world where the Riot never talks and it's glorious Radio U music for hours on end. Now, imagine the opposite of that. You're already there. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Now, nobody's going to like what I'm going to talk about right here. You're going to turn the radio down. You're going to go away. But you know what? Sometimes we got to hold hands.
Keep the radio turned up and listen.
And face the truth together. I'm looking here at the story of a woman named Char. C-H-A-R. Is that how you'd say that? You'd think it's short for something, but that's her full name.
Could be.
So I'm going to call her Char. and I hope I get it right, Char Norman. She went from 213 pounds to 124 pounds.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot of weight, right? 89 pounds. And you know how she did it?
Exercise and hard work?
Well, she did say that she started doing some exercising, but she stopped drinking Coca-Cola.
Oh, especially if it was the full one.
She was drinking a minimum of 6 cans a day.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot, but Nikki, a day's long.
True.
She said, this is my favorite part, is that she would, first thing in the morning, she would get out of bed and go to the fridge. But then she started realizing that she just didn't like having to get up and go get her Coke. So she put a mini fridge in her room.
Uh-oh, I did that. Is that why you're sharing that?
Did you now?
Is that why you're sharing that?
No. I'm not. I'm just sharing this, and you seem to be.
Mine is full of ice, cold water. And some Canada Dry currently, but ice, cold water. Mostly, there's like 2 cans of Canada Dry. Well, Diet Canada Dry.
Well, that's good for you. It's fine.
No, for me, I like water, ice, like super, super cold. If I don't drink it really cold, it makes my stomach kind of nauseous in the morning.
Really?
But it's really weird. So I can't have water till later in the day, but I'm supposed to be drinking more water. Okay. So I have it I turned it all the way up. So it's like practically
as cold as possible.
It's practically icing over.
Nice.
And so I grab 1 or 2 in the morning and I can drink water and it doesn't make me sick to my stomach.
Well, there you go.
Problem solved.
See, the funny thing is that I feel like you feel kind of guilty because
I have to explain it.
You went there. All I said was that this lady had a mini fridge in her room, and an hour later, Nikki's like, and it's fine. And it's fine.
It is. Mine is short and sweet. No. So the lady did this, though, and so she had Coke in the fridge.
Yep. So she would get up in the morning. She wouldn't even get out of bed. She would lean over, get her Coke, and lay in bed drinking Coke. I love that so much.
That is a bit much.
She put it right next to her bed so she could have a few sips before she got out in the morning. It's not funny. All right. So she's lost 89 pounds by doing that. Mm-hmm. So she's excited about that, of course. And she said that the first 2 weeks without the Coke, she says that she barely slept.
I wonder if it's harder to get off of Coke compared to like Diet Coke. Or if it's all just the same.
I would say on some level it's all the same. I mean, because each of them probably affects you a little differently. Like there's the caffeine and stuff, but then there's also for her, what is it?
The sugar.
The sugar. But then
whatever they use.
You got the aspartame and the Diet Coke. So
it's probably all hard either way.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. But 89 pounds by stopping Coke. Obviously not easy. She said that obviously the exercise has helped too. But let me. Oh, thank you for somebody just went to RadioU.com.
That's still turned on from
I haven't
from
turned
the
that
fundraiser.
Off from the fundraiser.
Well, okay, that does remind us. Thanks to everybody who supported last week during the Radio U Fall fundraiser.
Yes, we appreciate it.
If you have not yet had a chance to support and donate, please consider, because this week we are starting to finish up. We are not yet fully funded, so we still could use a little bit of help, and we would love to hear from you.
Hey, the other thing I wanted to throw out about this was that her Coke habit.
Coca-Cola habit.
Listen, that other people have a problem with it. Look, 834 calories a day.
Yeah.
How about this? Just from the Coke.
Just from the drinks?
54 teaspoons of sugar every day.
That's a lot.
That's so
ton.
much.
That's a ton.
It's so much.
So no wonder, you would definitely lose after that.
It's amazing.
If you were offended or disgusted by anything Obadiah said this morning,
if you weren't so dumb, I might be offended.
You must be new. You'll get used to it. The Riot on Radio U.
If I don't know where you live, but a lot of places are starting to have pumpkin festivals. Mm-hmm. Radio U Circleville will have the pumpkin show. And over the weekend, they had the, I don't know what it was called. Some kind of a pumpkin something at the Frericks Farm in Warren, Rhode Island on Saturday.
Well, that sounds very quaint.
Mm-hmm. There, Joe Jutra, 62 years old, smashed the giant squash record. He now has the largest squash in the world.
So the largest pumpkin?
Well, it looks like a pumpkin, but it's green.
Okay.
So, like, the color's all wrong, but this is the great pumpkin. right there. So according to them, and this is where it gets a little contentious because they're like, well, is it a world record or not? Was Guinness there? Who holds the world record? Whatever. But they say this guy won 2,118 pounds.
For the pumpkin thing?
Yeah, that's right.
For the squash, the gourd, the whatever?
Mm-hmm. Says that he's a retired cabinet maker. And he got 3 world records over the weekend. It was also, let's see, it was the longest gourd and the heaviest squash.
Great.
So he's got
he's got something.
Yep, he's got 3 things there.
Oh, I still wonder if there's like doping in it, It's like, what's the rules or the who's watching it? Who's making sure?
The International Gourd Federation?
Yeah, something like that. And then they're like, well, we randomly tested this gourd. And then 2 years later, they're like, nope, he gets to take it away. It came back.
Excuse me, Miss Agent Smith from the IGF. Yeah, we're here to investigate the gourd. Could you show me where...
They just take a sample.
Joe Jutras is?
Every so often.
Could be. I don't know. But he said that it basically became his life. He had to skip his vacations this year to make sure the pumpkin got enough nutrients. And, oh my gosh, 150 gallons of water per day.
No way.
Per day.
Really?
150 gallons of water.
Hey, sir, that seems like a lot of work.
Hey, well, you know what, Nikki?
For whatever you want, I guess the prestige maybe, but that's a lot.
Oh my gosh, he won a green jacket from the Southern New England Giant Pumpkin Growers Association.
Is that like the master's jacket
That's
or something?
That's exactly what it's like. He got his green jacket because
well, congratulations to him.
Yeah, man, you can wear that green jacket on vacation next year. Unless you want to try to break the record.
If not, I was going to say maybe you're not going because you just want to stay with the pumpkins.
You know what? Now that it's not, we're going into the winter. You can vacation now.
It's not season. This is like his break.
Yeah, you get a break from trying to grow those enormous gourds. My question is, what do you do with it when you're done?
Probably gets donated or something.
To what?
A local food thing? So like you can make something with it?
Oh, I can't imagine that tastes any
Maybe
good.
It's not edible or, okay, it goes to pigs.
There you go.
It goes to feed or something.
They'll eat it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Never trust a pig farmer.
The part that keeps me up at night, we paid them for this. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
So, Nikki, what are your plans with Batman the Animated Series next year?
Oh, well, I love it. So I'm excited. But I don't know if I'll watch it. I don't want to in case I don't like it. I want to just think happy thoughts with it.
Well, a lot of people think very highly of it.
They do.
Maybe you guys don't go to the corners of the internet that I do. In fact, I'd say that's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. But in a lot of the nerdy discussions I end up with, people talk about Batman the Animated Series with a hushed whisper.
Is that on currently?
Reverence. Well, for a long time, I couldn't find it streaming anywhere. And I ended up, some friends of mine and I had never really seen it. So we started buying the DVDs because it was like, whatever. What was it, like $15 for a season on DVD? And so I watched the first season, I think it was last year, and then maybe part of the second season. But apparently it is now on Amazon Instant Video. But Nikki.
Yes.
Apparently it's not in HD. And it hasn't been remastered yet.
Oh, so maybe it doesn't look as good?
That's what they're saying. But now everything's going to change. They're saying
Is everything going to go your way?
Everything's going to go my way. Obviously, this is what Mike Maines was talking about when he wrote that song.
Yeah,
obviously. This
is
it.
How is this going to go my way?
Well, they are remastering it right now. And they've announced that it's coming to Blu-ray next year. So
then will the Amazon Batman show stuff get remastered too, or is that
a cautionary tale, Nikki? Perhaps you'll recall when they were releasing Star Trek The Next Generation on Blu-ray. Do you remember?
You can't say anything that...
Like, the temptation was to buy it because everyone was saying that it was just a revelation to see it in HD.
Oh, did they?
And so I ended up, as I do, I bought it on Blu-ray, watched it, and flipped it.
Yeah.
So I ended up $5 light out of that deal. I think I did okay on that, quite honestly. But... They eventually, within, I think, a year, they updated all the streaming services with the HD remaster, and it was like, well, that was a huge waste, kind of.
So Batman is not a current show, or is it a current show?
No, this is the old one.
The old one?
Yeah, this is from the 90s,
okay.
I think. but they say that it is the gold standard for animated superhero shows. So, or some would argue for TV animation in general. Like it sets such a high bar that people are still trying to reach that bar.
Yeah, but now it'll be remastered.
Yeah, so what do you like, Amazon gift card for Christmas, and that way you can get it as soon as
I can't wait, but
pre-order?
just wait, okay? Don't do anything quite yet. I just want to make sure it's the right time.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your caution in the face of all this excitement.
And remember, if you like it, we all like it. We're all excited.
Everybody's excited to hear about it. Well, I wanted to talk about it because I don't want you to rush out and get it because it may end up just... I want to know all the
details.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's all I have right now. But, Nikki, I'm setting another Google alert, so as soon as something changes...
You can let us all know. Please do.
Nikki and Obadiah. Obadiah and Nikki.
Love, hate, hate, love.
All right, everyone in, let's go!
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Here we are again. Another day, another Oreo flavor.
This one's a mystery, though.
It is a mystery. Thanks to Aaron for sending this to me over the weekend. My first reaction was, it's just made up. It's not real.
When the news came out, we were doing the fall fundraiser last week. And I know that starting yesterday, people can vote on what they think. But Oreo has released a mystery flavor package where you're allowed to vote and guess what you think the flavor is. And then a winner will get something at the end.
Well, I feel like there's a few different angles of attack here. First off, Oreo is basically admitting, hey, we don't even know what this is.
I think they do.
And so they're like, we poured some stuff in. Would somebody, what do you think it is? You know what? Ship it and make it a contest, whatever.
I like how you're like looking at the person like, what do you think it is? Like you want their example first. You're like, well, yeah, sure, we'll go with it. That's what it is.
But this brings me back to the point I was making in our food fight yesterday. And that was, we had the M&M's Cookies and Scream Oreos. And my question in eating those was, if you didn't tell me what they were supposed to taste like, I'm not sure that I would have been able to walk away knowing what that flavor was.
Well, it's hard. I mean, with an Oreo, you can at least try to get a flavor with the cookie and the inside. Like, you can try to get a little bit, I feel like, a bolder of or you can get a little bit more unique with it. And M&M, there's only so much you can do because it's going to taste like a chocolate-coated candy shell thing.
Well, that's what it is.
Exactly. So there's only so much you can squeeze into that thing.
Okay, so how do we go get where are they at?
Where are they at?
Where you get them Oreos?
That's a good question. I did not see that yet in the article.
Okay, let's see. Where can you get mystery Oreos? Like, oh, come out back. I got a mystery Oreo for you.
Don't say yes to that.
No,
do not.
Let's see. I'm still not finding a thing. So maybe... here's what's going to happen. It's the same thing every time. Spend 2 hours driving around trying to find the Oreo.
The mystery Oreo flavor.
People look at you like you're a crazy person. In the meantime, you guys are texting and tweeting pictures of these Oreos at every store other than the one that we managed to go to.
And then
eventually we find one somewhere, whatever.
Let's see. For the Oreo mystery flavor, the grand prize will get $50,000. There'll be 5 other $10,000 prizes. You can go ahead and submit your guess through November 30th when the contest ends, and then they'll have a drawing for the winner on December 11th.
There's a purchase necessary to win.
You can just guess, I guess, if you want. People say it tastes a lot like Fruit Loops, honestly.
Well, that sounds terrible.
That seems to be what the big guess is for the mystery flavor, though it could be something else.
Again, that sounds like
is that a spoiler? I didn't want that to be a spoiler alert.
Well, now that you've said that...
I preceded everybody with that, and I apologize.
We're going to grab it and be like, oh, yes, obviously, it's Fruit Loops.
Of course, it's going to be that.
All right, well, we're going to have to find these stupid mystery Oreos.
Oh, now what's that?
What?
What is that attitude?
I'll tell you what my attitude is. I'm doing a hard target search from every store in a 20-mile radius. You never find them until like 5 days later, someone drops them off at the station because they're like, you guys can't do anything right here. Just take these.
Just have it. Well, okay, I'm looking too, and I don't see that.
All right, well, we'll see if we can find them maybe today, but we'll forget.
Here's some alleged stuff. They're reporting that 2 more new Oreo flavors are coming. One is a chocolate hazelnut.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is great for breakfast.
Yeah,
because it's hazelnuts.
It'll go with your coffee.
And then there's a hot and spicy cinnamon Oreo, supposedly. That sounds like a red hot.
Keep it. Look, What I want, and we also talked about this yesterday, is let's just go ahead and take those Oreos and just get into the fudge Oreos, where you dip them in chocolate. It's an Oreo inside, it's chocolate on the outside, it's chocolate everywhere.
Let's have a mystery flavor with that. What is it?
The only mystery is where did they go?
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Now, I want to be careful with details because we don't want to ruin any surprises, but off air, we're in the middle of a real dilemma. Nikki is looking at buying a DVD boxed set of a TV show like it's 2004.
I know, right?
Okay.
But it's a deal, and it's a deal of the day sort of thing. And it was funny because I wanted to watch this show, and I brought it up with Eric. I thought, oh, yeah, I want to watch this show. And it's not on Amazon Prime or Netflix.
Okay.
But it's on Hulu.
It is. So Nikki is willing to spend $50. $46 to watch this in standard definition.
I know.
It'll be blurry. You'll be like, I need glasses. What's going on? Oh, that's just the way it's supposed to look.
Sure.
So there's that. And one of the things Nikki complains about all the time is she doesn't like to buy Blu-rays or anything because she doesn't like to get up and have to put in the disc. It's too much work.
No.
To put.
But for the whole season and all the entire series, yes, that is a lot of work.
No, don't act like I'm lying. You know it's true. You've told me a million times. Like, it was too much.
It was upstairs. The Blu-rays were upstairs and the player was downstairs.
So what, now they're together?
Now they're together.
So it's okay?
And it's fine.
And besides, you're right there with your mini fridge.
Yes.
Just get some water out of the mini fridge.
Perfectly fine.
Nikki has built a house and a fort. The fort is inside the house.
Hey, guys, if something ever happens, come over to my house and we can watch this series
on
and
DVD.
Have all the ice-cold water that you could ever want.
Now, the point that I was trying to make with Nikki is, look, for probably half the price, you could do 2 months of Hulu. So that would be like, what, $20? And then you'd watch the whole show. But here's what you'd find out, is that after streaming 2 episodes of the show, you'd be like, we're not watching this.
That's
and then
what I'm afraid of.
Then you could just cancel right away. And you wouldn't have all those DVDs laying around.
Because it's an older show. But what if I like it so much and then after 2 months, it's gone?
But you never want to keep anything. You're always selling your DVDs for 10 cents.
Seem a little hurtful here with some of this. But I don't like clutter. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I don't have a giant collection anymore of Blu-rays. I got rid of most of them.
Nikki and I live on opposite sides of the spectrum. I'm like, no, wait, don't throw away the cardboard slip cover.
I'm like, bye-bye.
See? So what I'm saying is that by just borrowing these, I'll bet you watch 2-3 episodes, you cancel Hulu, and you never look back. But Nikki's biggest problem is she hates Hulu so much that she can't stand the idea.
No, I don't hate Hulu, but here's what I hate. I can't have another streaming service.
Okay.
I have so many. I don't want another one.
Oh, wait, you've only got 2, right? Amazon and Netflix?
No.
What else do you have?
Well, I have Sling TV.
Okay, all right. That's I'm putting that in the cable category, but okay, Sling.
I have 2 extra companies
let's hear what their names are.
Korean and Japanese.
Drama Fever?
Yes.
Okay, and?
Vicky.
Who's Vicky?
It's a site. It's
hanging
something.
out with these people.
And I think that's it, but I can't.
That's 5. I can't. And then Apple Music.
Yeah, I have Apple Music.
That's
I have that.
6. And then just
I have YouTube Red.
YouTube. Oh my gosh.
See, I don't want any more.
So and the how much?
I think that's it.
Let's start running up.
We are not looking at numbers.
Up the tab. Let's start talking about the numbers.
We're not running up the tab.
I think we should.
No, why?
Because I feel like you need to. I feel like maybe...
And you're the one who add Hulu to that. I'm running out of fingers.
He's
holding all these fingers up.
If you count my thumbs, I've still got 2 left.
I think that's everything.
So, and if I need to take off a shoe...
I have 8.
You have 7.
7. Could be 8.
Could be 8 if we added Hulu into this mix. This little piggy had your show. This one right here. I can't believe all this subscribe to. You're right, Nikki. It's too much.
I thought so too.
But you know what?
Take Amazon out though, because Amazon I have because of Prime, which I already had, so that doesn't count.
You take Sling TV out.
Sling TV is because of family. It's everybody.
And then let's take Apple Music out because you're required, being part of the Apple cult, that you have to give money to everything they do.
So that's gone too.
That's out too. So we're down to 5.
I'm at a reasonable 5.
YouTube Red. See, I'm just saying, like, you could cancel Apple Music because with YouTube Red, you get free.
No, I don't like
play
theirs.
music.
I don't like theirs.
No, that is an attitude. You can stop that attitude. It's fine. Okay, it's fine.
Oh, all right. Are we done talking about it now? I don't like exposing all this.
Are you going to buy the DVDs?
No.
Don't do it, Nikki.
No, I'll look at Hulu. Why not add another 8th streaming service?
What's the big deal? You're saving money, though, by not buying the DVDs. So then you need to spend the money you've saved.
The Riot. Turn it down. And rip the knob off. Radio U.
Hey, I told you about the dangers, the unseen dangers of Halloween. I'm going to be great because when this is over, Nikki, I'm moving over to
what?
Local news.
Oh, really?
Coming up later, the unseen dangers in the Halloween costume you just saved money on. And how to save money on Halloween candy this year.
So what's the unseen danger of the Halloween costume?
Head lice.
Ew, from what? Are you buying a costume from somebody else?
So suddenly someone's interested. See what a gift I have for pulling you into my locally sourced content on my news show now?
But what if it's a new costume? I don't understand.
Well, what if it's not? Think about this, Nikki. There's a huge market for secondhand Halloween costumes because how often do you wear costumes? Once a year.
So like maybe you go to the thrift store and you grab a costume, or you put together old clothes as a costume.
Or, you Craigslist it or whatever, and you're like, yeah, this is way cheaper to buy it this way.
I'm totally
Why does my head
Facebook.
itch all the time?
Because maybe you're getting head lice?
Scratching.
Can you get head lice as an adult, or I thought it was like an elementary school thing?
No, lice won't be like,
you're too...
She tastes 25. I prefer something a
little younger,
a younger vintage,
yes.
Under the age of 10, perhaps.
I'm looking at Facebook
gonna jump
to see.
Out. No, yes, head lice is a problem, and it's exactly what we just said because costumes get passed around. They say that even if you go to the local mall, at the Halloween scary theme town,
well, that you don't even need head lice. That place is just scary. Well, it's like going to the fair, but.
You know what? That is exactly right. It is exactly right.
The food.
It's the fair. It's always next to the food court. So
sure, that's true, but it's not
fine.
Like fair fun food.
You're absolutely right. But yeah, they say that even going in there, like constantly trying on different costumes, other people have been trying them on, and those people have.
You're right.
Have the lices.
Here's on Facebook Marketplace. You got a ton of costumes. You want to be fresh bacon and eggs. You want to be.
No, but I want to eat them.
Well, that's not appropriate. That one's not appropriate. That one's not appropriate. Keep going. Nope. Oh, strawberry. You can be a little strawberry.
All right, I'm looking at it now. Oh, hey, there's somebody selling a Pac-Man machine. That would be awesome.
Yeah, but what if you get head lice from the Pac-Man machine?
Oh, you're not going to get it from the Pac-Man machine.
Hello. What if they have costumes in their house?
What are you rubbing your head on the Pac-Man machine? Like
sometimes you get mad and you put your head down on the machine because you're mad and you're frustrated and you're just, there it is. It jumps from your head.
This looks like a pretty inexpensive way to buy a costume and get head lice.
So you should just be aware. Maybe they tell you to throw it in the machine and wash it on a hot cycle, so then it shrinks and you can't fit into it.
Nikki, for only $30, I could get you the Sexy Officer adult Halloween.
See, that's why none of it was just normal costumes.
Oh my gosh! No, there's a couple normal ones. Here's a Michael Myers costume. Perfect.
Nice.
Nothing says I'm excited about being Halloween than being scary. Yeah, I don't know. This is mostly like little kids stuff. So what am I supposed to do if I want to get head lice from Facebook Marketplace? I could probably just search that in. Someone's probably selling it.
They probably put that in there like, here's a bonus.
Like, here you go.
I bet you everybody's going to be the it clown for Halloween.
You know what? It just feels too cliche.
There's going to be like a run on balloons that day of like everybody who wants red balloons. So it's like, what's a balloonery? It's going to be crazy busy.
It makes it more important for me to hang on to my happy birthday balloon than ever.
He's got this old balloon in here. It's dead. It doesn't have any life in it. It doesn't even look like the clown balloon.
Nikki, that balloon is staying here until Hudson's birthday on Friday. Community birthday balloons, the wave of the future.
Starting your day with the worst of the riot is a great idea because it's guaranteed to get better from here. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Campylobacter. I want you to be on the lookout for it. It's dangerous. It's not anything you want to be messing around with, okay? It causes cramping.
So what is it again?
Campylobacter.
Campylobacter?
Yeah, it's a type of bacteria.
Okay.
55 cases have been reported in 12 states, leading to 13 hospitalizations.
And what do they say causes it?
Well, let's get back to the symptoms. Some of Nikki's favorites. Cramping.
Classics.
Vomiting. Fevers. Diarrhea.
All the good stuff when you're sick.
All the stuff that you love, right? Well, they say that this bacteria, the way it's passed around the most, cuddling puppies.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I know sometimes you can. Just like you can pass something to your pet, they can sometimes pass something to you.
They say that in most of the cases, they found they had a new puppy, and they got themselves some Campylobacter from their puppy.
Nice.
Oh.
That's taking the day off from that. Yep, you're not going to work or school that day.
So this might take a little longer. Might be more than a day.
Maybe the week.
So here's
then
how
you can have quality time with your new puppy.
Mm-hmm. So here's how you protect yourself. You wash your hands thoroughly after touching dogs, their, or their food. Take extra care that kids who are playing with puppies are constantly washing their hands. Pick up and dispose of, especially in places where there are kids, and contact your vet if you notice any signs of illness in your puppy or dog.
And then you yourself are ill as well.
Yeah, so
you go and you're like, does this mean I have to go to my doctor, or can you because sometimes pills for dogs are the same for humans. You could ask if maybe the prescription works.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but I typically only go to a vet when I've been shot because I don't want them to report it to the police. Oh, really? You have to pay a lot of extra for that.
You don't have pets, so that's why. But if you were going to take your dog anyways, your puppy, because they were sick.
Yeah, he's the bullet doctor. For sneezes and sniffles and diarrhea, I go to human doctors.
Come on.
Because they don't have to report that to the police. So, Campylobacter, it's out there, Nikki.
It's a worry.
You should be very concerned about your interactions with your new puppy, because he could be, and you could be, and then you'll be, and then dang it.
That's the unofficial doctor diagnosis right there. Mm-hmm. With all the you-knows and the maybes and the kindas and those things.
Nikki, I dropped out of medical school with only 1 year to go.
Well, why not when you could come be a DJ?
Yeah. I worked afternoons then. It was for sleeping in.
That's great.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
What are you rubbing your head on the Pac-Man machine?